Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm going to be doing a general reading for you for the month of February. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. Always check your sun, moon, rising signs. So Aquarius, birthday January 20th to February 18th. So happy birthday. If you've already had your birthday, I hope it was awesome. And if it's still to come, happy birthday to come. So I'm just going to go over a few things here before we start your reading. This is a Celtic cross spread I'm doing. I'll go through them individually with you. But first, I just want to mention some character traits here for Aquarius. You're known for being one of the most independent and forward-thinking signs in the zodiac. Very innovative and original. You love thinking outside the box and coming up with new ideas. You guys are natural visionaries. You're independent. You value freedom and often march to the beat of your own drum. Humanitarians and idealistic. You care deeply about social causes and want to make the world a better place. Intellectual, analytical. You enjoy deep conversations and you're drawn to abstract ideas and concepts. Very friendly and social. Despite your independence, you often have a wide circle of friends and enjoy connecting with like-minded people. But on the shadow side, I believe that it's really good for us to have a look at our shadow traits because I think it just makes us stronger in the long run, okay? So again, it's a general reading. Just take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Aquarians can sometimes be a little detached or aloof. Sometimes you can seem emotionally distant or hard to read. Sometimes you can be a little stubborn. Once you've formed an idea or belief, it can be tough to change your mind. You can be rebellious. You dislike rules or restrictions, which can sometimes cause some conflict, and you can be unpredictable. Your love of novelty can make you inconsistent or changeable. So, Aquarians, you are quirky, visionary thinkers of the zodiac. You're always a step ahead, often a bit mysterious, and deeply idealistic. So, let's start with your first card. This card represents your current situation, and you got the Ten of Swords. This is one of the heaviest cards in the tarot deck, often signaling endings, betrayals, or situations that have reached a painful conclusion. And for you, someone who thrives on independence, intellect, and forward thinking, this card can point to a moment where something in your life has collapsed, possibly unexpectedly or harshly. So for the month of February, this card could indicate that you're feeling overwhelmed or drained. You may feel like you've hit rock bottom in some area, a relationships, work, or even personal expectations. This isn't just stress, it's a sense that something you relied on has completely failed. For you, this may manifest as disillusionment with people you trusted or systems you believed would support you. You might feel stabbed in the back, metaphorically or literally. It could represent the end of a cycle. This card doesn't just signal pain, it signals completion. Something in your life has run its course, and the universe is clearing the way for a new chapter. This is especially important for you because you, someone who is forward focused and often resist endings, February may be a force. It may force a release you've been subconsciously avoiding. Okay. Aquarians, you're often forward focused and often resist endings, so February may force a release that you've been subconsciously avoiding. It could also indicate mental or emotional turmoil. Aquarians are thinkers, and this card often indicates mental overload. You may be replaying events, analyzing what went wrong, or feeling stuck in despair. But the key here is not to get lost in it. You need to let it pass, Aquarius. And this card could also represent an opportunity for radical change. And you got the Tower card as your immediate future card, but we'll get to that, okay? Painful as it is, this card often precedes transformation. And for you, February might feel heavy at first, but the destruction of the old clears space for innovation, new relationships, or personal reinvention. Think of it as a cosmic reset. What no longer serves you is being removed, even if it feels cruel in the moment. Acknowledge the pain instead of pushing it away. Suppressing emotions will only delay the inevitable healing. Release attachments to what's ending. Job roles, friendships, belief systems, or old patterns. Look for the lessons. What has this collapse taught you about boundaries, trust, or your own resilience? Then prepare for rebuilding. By the end of February, you may already start to see signs of hope or new opportunities. And then what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation or what you're celebrating is the Page of Pentacles reversed. This card reversed signals stagnation, scattered focus, or missed opportunities. So how this is affecting you now, you might be feeling stuck after the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords shows a painful ending, and this card, the Page of Pentacles reversed, indicates that you may feel unsure how to move forward. You might want to start fresh, but feel incapable, insecure, or unmotivated. For someone like you, Aquarius, who values vision and progress, this can feel especially frustrating, like the future is unclear or that you're off course. It can also indicate blocked growth or missed opportunities. February may bring chances for practical improvement. Maybe a small new project or financial opportunity or a learning experience, but you might struggle to act on them, either because of fear, self-doubt, or lack of clarity. There may also be distractions or poor planning. You know you want change, but your energy isn't aligned with your goals. And there might also be challenges in grounding your ideas. Aquarius, you're often full of brilliant ideas, but this card says it's hard to translate these ideas into reality right now. You may be thinking too much, overanalyzing, or letting insecurity prevent you from taking concrete steps. And this card is also a warning against carelessness. This card often reversed pages often signal carelessness with time, money, or resources. So after the upheaval of the Ten of Swords, be careful not to make hasty decisions or ignore practical details. The universe is nudging you to pause and plan rather than rush forward. Reflect before acting. You may feel ready to move on, but clarity comes from careful consideration, not impulsive action. Rebuild your foundation slowly. Small practical steps now will pay off later, even if progress seems minimal. Avoid distractions. This isn't the month for quick fixes or chasing too many new ideas at once. Just focus on one practical step at a time. And reconnect with learning or mentorship. If you feel lost, seek guidance or study something new. It will give direction to your energy. The Ten of Swords shows the collapse of something significant. This card reverse says the challenge now is figuring out how to rebuild without falling into fear, impatience, or scattered energy. Essentially, you're in the aftermath of a breakdown, and the struggle is turning lessons into action. And then your foundation card, the basis of your situation or foundation, is the Five of Cups reversed. This card signals, when it comes out reversed, it signals recovery, acceptance, and the beginning to see the possibilities. So what this means for you now is emotional recovery after pain. So the Ten of Swords indicates a harsh ending. And the foundation here, the Five of Cups reversed, means that you're already starting to process and heal from recent disappointment or betrayal. This is a subtle but crucial point. Even if things feel raw, this card shows that the energy of moving forward is present, even if unseen. You're shifting your focus from loss to opportunity. You may have spent a lot of time focusing on what went wrong, or what was lost, or what betrayed your trust. But this card reversed suggests a growing awareness that not everything is gone. Aquarius, you are naturally forward thinking. So this is your mind and heart aligning. You're beginning to see what remains, what can be salvaged, and what new paths are possible. This card is also telling you to let go of regret. At the foundation, this is about acceptance and emotional release. You may be learning to forgive yourself for choices that didn't work out, or letting go of resentment towards someone else. February is a month where your emotional resilience is quietly strengthening, setting the stage for rebuilding. And this card can also indicate hidden optimism. Even with the heavy crossing card, the Page of Pentacles reversed, this card reversed in your foundation shows that there is hope beneath the surface, though it may not yet be fully manifesting. It's like the soil, is being prepared for new seeds. You may feel unsure how to plant them, but the ground is ready. So the Ten of Swords shows the dramatic ending or betrayal you're dealing with. The Page of Pentacles reverse shows the difficulty lies in turning this pain into tangible progress. Uncertainty, distraction, or hesitation blocks your next step. Okay? The difficulty lies in turning this pain into tangible progress. Hesitation, distraction, or uncertainty blocks your next step, your next steps. The Five of Cups reversed is saying emotionally you're ready. You're already starting to heal and let go of what's lost. This is the hidden strength that can guide you through the challenge. The foundation is emotional resilience. Even if February starts heavy, you're gradually releasing grief and opening space for new opportunities, even if practical steps feel hard. Your past, this card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. You got the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is a card of new beginnings, inspiration, creativity, and bursts of energy or passion. In the past position, it shows a recent period where something new was initiated, which set the stage for what's happening now. So what this can mean is, what it can represent is a spark that led to overextension or expectation. So recently you may have embarked on a new project or a relationship or an opportunity that felt exciting, something that promised growth, freedom, or passion. And for you, someone who thrives on innovation and new ideas, this could have been something intellectually or creatively stimulating. But with the Ten of Swords, now in the present, this spark may have burned out or led to disappointment, making the ending feel especially painful. The Ace of Wands shows the initial energy, hope, and enthusiasm that preceded the current situation. This explains why the loss or challenge feels so intense. It's because you invested your heart, mind, or resources into this new beginning. Your current struggle may partly be about figuring out what went wrong or how to move forward practically. Even though this is in the past, this card also carries a seed of opportunity. The original spark that started this journey hasn't disappeared. It can be rechanneled or transformed once you clear the emotional weight and the practical hesitation. Aquarius, you often leap into new ideas with passion, but may underestimate practical realities or human elements. This card suggests that the challenge isn't your creativity or vision, it's aligning that spark with grounded action after disappointment. The Ace of Wands, in your past position, is a fresh start, a creative inspiration, or an exciting opportunity that arose. That spark hit a hard ending, leaving you feeling betrayed, exhausted, or disappointed. Now the practical next step feels unclear. You're stuck between emotional recovery and taking action. But beneath it all, you're already starting to heal and see potential, which can help you rebuild. So February's energy for you is about recovering the flame of your past inspiration while learning to ground it in reality. The spark is still there, it just needs careful attention and patience to reignite without repeating past mistakes. And then your immediate future card we've already mentioned is the Tower, Major Arcana. This card's all about sudden upheaval, shocking revelations, or the collapse of structures that are no longer sustainable. It's a card of radical change and clearing away illusions. It can be painful, but it's necessary for long-term growth. So for February, Spirit is saying that something in your life is likely to fall apart or be radically challenged very soon. This could either be a relationship, a job, a project, or even a long-held belief. For you, someone who values independence and control, this may feel jarring. The Tower often hits where we least expect it, and it shakes our foundation. The Tower is rarely just destruction. It clears space for authenticity and rebirth. What collapses is often something built on illusion or misalignment or stagnation. So in connection to your Ten of Swords and Page of Pentacles reversed, this card, the Tower, is a next stage disruption, the final clearing of what no longer serves you so that you can start again with solid foundations. February may bring shock, upheaval, or a sudden realization, triggering intense emotions. With the Five of Cups reversed in the foundation, you're starting to heal, but the Tower may bring old grief or regrets to the surface. It's all part of the clearing process. For you, Aquarius, the Tower is also a call to embrace freedom and radical reinvention. It's uncomfortable, but if you can lean into it rather than resist, You may uncover opportunities you couldn't see before. Think of it as breakthrough. Think of it as breaking through the ceiling, painful but necessary to reach a higher level. So in your past, there was a spark or a new beginning that inspired hope and ambition. In your present, you're dealing with endings, betrayal, or exhaustion from the collapse of that spark. Your challenge is uncertainty, a lack of direction, or blocked progress. Your foundation is emotional resilience and the early stages of recovery. And your immediate future is a sudden upheaval is likely, forcing you to confront what's truly unstable so that you can rebuild stronger. February looks like a month of dramatic shifts for you, Aquarius. Even if the past spark ended painfully, the tower clears the last obstacles, removing illusions and forcing clarity. It may feel chaotic, but it's a necessary reset before the next chapter begins. Okay, and then your sixth card, two cards actually came out for your sixth card. The sixth card represents the outcome that you desire most in your situation, and you have the Three of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands. So this combination here is clarity through effort, collaboration, and achievement, but it comes with recognition that success may feel heavy or burdensome. The Three of Pentacles. You're looking to work with others, or at least feel supported in building something meaningful. This isn't just personal achievement, it's acknowledgement of your skills, ideas, and effort. After the chaos of the Ten of Swords and the Tower, this card shows a longing for constructive, tangible results, something you can see and touch, a project, a career milestone, or a stable relationship dynamic. You may want to rebuild after loss, not just emotionally, but in a concrete, grounded way. This is a natural progression from the Five of Cups reversed. Your foundation card. You've begun to let go of grief, and now you want practical outcomes. This aligns with your visionary energy. You want your ideas to manifest in a collaborative and structured way rather than chaotic or solo efforts. You, Aquarius, desire the outcome of taking responsibility and seeing it through, even if it's challenging. The Ten of Wands shows you're willing to bear the weight if it leads to a meaningful accomplishment. This also reflects the current struggle with the Page of Pentacles reversed, moving from blocked progress to taking on a heavy load, but in a productive way. You want the long-term payoff of hard work and dedication. After the endings and upheavals, there's a deep wish for stability, mastery, and tangible results. February may test your stamina, but your heart's desire is to turn effort into something lasting, even if it feels heavy at times. You're seeking balance between collaboration and responsibility and persistence. After the emotional and practical challenges of February, you want to feel useful, competent, and acknowledged, even if it requires hard work and patience. You want success that matters, not just fleeting inspiration or temporary relief. The desired outcome isn't ease, it's productive achievement and recognition after upheaval. You're ready to take on responsibility, rebuild what's meaningful, and create something tangible from the chaos of the past and the present. And then your self-image card, how you see yourself, is the Page of Swords. Male or female in a general reading. This is a card of curiosity, intellect, observation, and vigilance. It often reflects someone who is mentally alert, eager to learn and ready to question things, but also someone who can feel cautious, hesitant, or a bit on edge. Aquarius, you're naturally analytical and visionary, and this card shows that you see yourself as someone trying to make sense of everything happening around you. After the upheavals of the Ten of Swords and the Tower, this self-image reflects a mind that is actively questioning, analyzing, and learning from chaos. This card could also indicate a sense of wariness or vigilance. You may feel like you need to watch your back or protect yourself after sudden betrayals or sudden shifts. This is natural. You're assessing reality carefully before committing to anything new, especially after such disruptive events. You see yourself as someone seeking truth and understanding, trying to piece together lessons from recent endings and upheaval. This is consistent with your desire before tangible results. In the sixth position, you want knowledge to translate into practical, meaningful action. This card often carries nervous energy or a tendency to overthink. You might feel impatient or restless, wanting answers and progress immediately, but still processing the events of the past few weeks. This can feel like mental energy racing ahead. While the heart or practical situation is still catching up. In the past, you were inspired, energetic, and ready to act. Your current situation is about endings and betrayals that shook your foundation. The challenge is you're feeling blocked or unsure how to move forward practically. Your foundation is, Spirit is saying, emotional recovery is underway. A major upheaval or awakening is coming very soon. You want productive achievement and recognition, even if it's a lot of effort. You see yourself as alert, learning, and intellectually engaged, trying to navigate challenges and gain clarity. You are mentally active and resilient, even in the face of endings and upheaval. Your mind is your ally. You're observing, learning, and preparing for the next steps. Even if your energy feels scattered or restless, this card shows a self-aware, adaptive approach to the chaos around you. And then your environment, or how others see you in your situation, you have the Eight of Cups reversed. This card reversed often signals resistance to change, lingering attachments, or people noticing you struggling to let go. So others may see you as hesitant to move on from past situations, even after the endings you've experienced. This can feel frustrating because internally you want to move forward, but your energy is being observed as lingering or cautious. People around you might sense that you're carrying the weight of past losses, grief, or disappointments. They may interpret this as reluctance to embrace change fully, even though you're actively processing your emotions internally. On a positive note, this card also shows that others may notice your determination to stick things out rather than abandon them prematurely. This reflects your self-image, alert, analyzing, and navigating challenges. Others might see you as someone carefully choosing your next step instead of running away. Sometimes this card reversed indicates that others may be nudging you to leave or move on, but you may feel not ready to abandon responsibilities or commitments. This aligns with your desired outcome. The Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. You want to see projects through and gain mastery, even if it's heavy work. You had momentum and creativity. You're experiencing an ending or betrayal. There are blocked or unclear practical steps challenging you right now. Emotional healing has begun. Sudden upheaval is coming soon. You desire recognition, accomplishment, and carrying responsibilities. You see yourself as mentally alert, analytical, and learning from the situation. Others perceive you as hesitant, holding on, or not yet walking away. But they also recognize your persistence and careful approach. Others see you as careful, thoughtful, and perhaps stubbornly committed, even when the situation around you is unstable. This perception may influence how people interact with you, either giving you space to process or pressing for change. Then your hopes and fears is the Queen of Swords. This is a card of clarity, honesty, independence, and intellect. She represents someone who sees things clearly, communicates directly, and makes decisions from logic rather than emotion. Though she has emotional depth and discernment. You hope to cut through confusion and see the situation clearly, especially after the endings and upheavals. This aligns perfectly with your natural, analytical, forward-thinking energy. You want to understand what happened, why, and how to move forward without illusions. You want to take control of your path, relying on your own judgment rather than being swayed by others. This fits with the self-image and the desire for tangible achievement. You're hoping to stand on your own, rebuild, and move forward with confidence. This card shows a hope for decisiveness. You may wish to let go of what doesn't serve you and make clear choices about your next steps, even if they're difficult. While you aspire to clarity, there's a fear that in seeking it, you may become too detached or rigid, or that others may see you as unfeeling. After the trauma of the Ten of Swords and the Tower, there may be a fear that being rational will mean suppressing emotions, even though healing requires both logic and heart. This card also carries the energy of discernment and truth, which means you might fear making the wrong call or being deceived again. You hope to be wise, but part of you fears that you might not have all the information yet, especially while navigating external pressures and your own mental restlessness. You hope for clarity, independence, and the ability to make smart decisions, but fear becoming too detached or misjudging the situation. This card shows that your greatest strength and your inner tension lie in your mind. You want truth and autonomy, but you also fear that wisdom may come at the cost of emotional connection. February is about balancing intellect with heart, using your analytical powers to rebuild after chaos without shutting yourself off emotionally. And your last card is the Page of Cups reversed. This card represents the outcome if all is to remain as is. This card reversed signals emotional immaturity, blocked feelings, missed opportunities for connection, or a hesitancy to trust or express the heart. So it's saying if you continue on the current path without adjusting, there may be difficulty connecting with your emotions or with others. You might suppress feelings, ignore your intuition, or avoid vulnerability. After the Ten of Swords and the Tower, this can manifest as a fear of getting hurt again, leaving you closed off, or reactive instead of open to growth. The Page of Cups reversed warns of letting opportunities for emotional renewal slip by, whether in relationships, creative endeavors, or personal fulfillment. You may be so focused on logic or responsibility that you miss the small, joyful, intuitive signals that could guide you toward healing. This is a card of learning lessons the hard way. It suggests that continuing without adjustment may keep repeating cycles of disappointment or misunderstanding. It's a reminder that mental clarity alone isn't enough. You need heart engagement too, especially after so much upheaval this month. With your self-image as the Page of Swords, alert and analytical, there's a real risk of overanalyzing and freezing emotionally, which keeps the Page of Cups reversed energy alive. If you don't consciously integrate emotional openness with your intellectual strategy, February could end with unresolved feelings or missed emotional growth. February is a month of endings, upheaval, and potential breakthroughs. But the Page of Cups reversed outcome is a caution. If you stay stuck in analysis, over responsibility, or fear of emotional vulnerability, you may avoid key lessons and miss emotional renewal. To avoid this, you need to allow yourself to feel, express, and trust your intuition, even as you navigate upheaval and heavy responsibility. Aquarius, your mind and practical skills are strong, but your heart must catch up. Emotional openness and curiosity, not just intellect or duty, will shift February from a month of collapse and struggle into one of growth and transformation. February begins with the memory of a spark, an idea, an opportunity, or a relationship that once filled you with excitement and inspiration. You may have felt a surge of energy, ready to start something new, innovate, or pursue a fresh passion. This was a hopeful time, full of curiosity and potential, reflecting your natural visionary nature. Now that the spark has met an ending, the Ten of Swords shows us something you value deeply, a project, a relationship, or an expectation has collapsed. You may feel betrayed, exhausted, or emotionally raw. This is rock bottom energy, and it's painful, but it's also necessary clearing of what no longer serves you. The challenge is practical and grounding. You may be uncertain about your next steps. Ideas or opportunities feel blocked. Progress is slow or you lack direction. This is compounded by the mental restlessness and analysis of your Aquarian nature. You know you need to rebuild, but the path forward isn't clear. And beneath it all, you're already beginning to heal. The Five of Cups reversed shows that emotionally you're starting to release grief and disappointment. You're shifting your focus from loss to what remains, strength, lessons, and small opportunities. This is your secret resilience, quietly supporting your next moves. Brace yourself. February may bring a sudden upheaval or shocking revelation. The Tower will shake your foundations, exposing hidden truths or collapsing illusions. While this may feel chaotic, it's clearing the way for a more authentic, aligned future. Think of it as necessary demolition before reconstruction. Deep down, you want to rebuild, be recognized, and create something lasting, even if it comes with heavy responsibility. You seek tangible achievement, mastery, and acknowledgement, and you're willing to carry the load to make it happen. For you, this is about turning vision into concrete results through diligence and collaboration. You see yourself as alert, curious, and perceptive, actively learning from challenges. You're analyzing the situation, observing patterns, and preparing to make smart decisions. Mentally, you're sharp and ready, but you may also feel restless or on edge, aware that clarity takes time and patience. Those around you perceive you as hesitant or lingering, perhaps unwilling to let go completely. They may sense that you're holding on to the past, even while you process it internally. At the same time, they recognize your persistence and commitment. You're careful, thoughtful, and unwilling to abandon responsibilities lightly. You hope for clarity and independence and discernment, wanting to make wise, rational decisions. At the same time, you fear becoming too detached, too cold, or misjudging the situation. Your desire is to balance intellect and emotional wisdom, seeing the truth clearly without shutting out your feelings. If no adjustments are made, emotional opportunities could be blocked or missed. You may avoid vulnerability, fail to trust your intuition, or suppress your feelings. This warns that intellect alone won't solve everything. Emotional openness and curiosity are essential for real growth and healing. Don't ignore your feelings or intuition, Aquarius. Even as you analyze and plan, allow space for emotional honesty and vulnerability. The Tower indicates sudden shifts. Embrace them as necessary, clearing rather than fearing them. This upheaval is a stronger prelude to rebuilding stronger. Even if the Page of Pentacles reversed shows uncertainty, focus on one practical, tangible step at a time. Your intellectual clarity is strong. Pair it with emotional openness for best results. The Ten of Wands shows that you can handle the load. The reward comes from persistence and collaboration, not shortcuts. Aquarius, February is intense. You're navigating endings, upheaval, and practical uncertainty, but your foundation of healing and resilience supports you. By balancing intellect with emotional openness and embracing the chaos as a necessary reset, you can rebuild something lasting and meaningful, achieving both recognition and personal growth. This month is less about comfort and more about transformation, responsibility, and awakening your inner strength. So that is your reading, Aquarius. I hope you received some insight or guidance from those messages today. Thank you for letting me channel them for you. If this reading gave you any insight or some good advice or guidance, if you could please leave me a comment, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I'm sending you lots of love and strength. You got this, Aquarius. Just open your heart a little bit. Take good care. I'll see you next time. Bye.